Hey, it's Sarah with Loaves and Dishes, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this super delicious Tres Leches cake. This is not a traditional Tres Leches cake in that I'm not making it from scratch. I'm using a yellow box mix, and this makes it really easy because, it's just a box cake. So I added milk, butter, and eggs instead of the water, oil, and eggs that's on the back of the package. This is what I always do for box cake mixes. I just feel like it makes them taste better. And I add an extra egg as well. So now I'm just mixing that together. And you want to make sure that you get as little lumps as possible. You want it to be pretty smooth. So I'm just checking for lumps, scraping the sides. And now in my baking dish, I sprayed it with some Baker's Joy, so you'll want to grease it with some butter or some oil, but I like using the Baker's Joy because it just, I spray it in there and nothing ever sticks. And so I'm putting that in my pan, and you just want to bake it according to the package instructions. I think mine was like 350 for 25 minutes, but you'll want to check the box. So this is the Tres Leches part. I'm going to add a whole can of sweetened condensed milk to I'm using a measuring cup. And then I used a small can of evaporated milk. I feel like it was 12 ounces, and then about half a cup of whole milk. And I just gave that a mix. I started with a spoon, and then I got out my coffee frother thinking that would work well, and it did not. I don't recommend doing that. And so now my cake has come out of the oven. It's been cooling on the counter for, 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm taking a fork and I'm poking holes in it. I'm trying really hard not to poke all the way through to the bottom of the cake. I did a couple of times, and that's okay, but you want to try to stay kind of towards the middle of the cake because I didn't want liquid to be all around the bottom of the cake and making the bottom really soggy. So that's why I was thinking don't poke all the way through if you can avoid it. And so now I'm taking this mixture and I'm pouring a little bit over the top of the cake, and I, kind of do a thin layer, and then I will let it absorb for just a minute. So I spread this up, it sunk in. It took it, maybe a full minute to fully sink in. And then I did another layer. And I just did this until all of my milk mixture was gone. And I think it took 3 or 4 times. So, and then it just sinks in. And this is why Tres Leches cakes are so wet and moist. Okay. This is completely optional, but I had some strawberries and I was like, I'm going to show you guys how to fan a strawberry. So if you've ever seen one of these, you'll see it. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen one before when I get done with this. So I'm making thin slices. I'm not cutting all the way through the strawberry. And then once you do that across the top of the whole strawberry, then you can fan it out like a deck of cards. And I'm going to use that as a garnish. So I made some whipped cream. And I didn't record that because I was like, you guys don't need me to show you how to make whipped cream. You could use Cool Whip if you didn't want to make whipped cream. I don't know that it would taste as good, but you could. But whipped cream, it's really simple. It's just, some heavy cream, some powdered sugar, and a little bit of vanilla. And you can just eyeball that. You guys are good enough. You know how to make whipped cream. You can do it. And I'm just smearing that on like it's icing. Oh. I was sitting here wondering, why is the trash truck here? And I was like, it's Tuesday. Why is the trash truck here? It doesn't come till Friday. It's because it's Friday. I don't even know what day it is, you guys. Anyway, so I'm just smearing on some more of this whipped cream. And the great thing about using whipped cream as cake icing, I think, is that it's not overpowering. And what's funny is that when I was a kid and they started using whipped icing as a topping for cakes and stuff, I hated it because I was like, I want buttercream. I want all of the sugar. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, yes, I prefer a whipped cream icing because it doesn't have as much sugar. Isn't that so funny? I also told my mom that I was feeling old because I got advertisements for Land's End on my Facebook this week, and I was like, oh, I kind of like those clothes. So that made me feel really old. Because when I was a kid, Land's End was old lady brand. And now here I am, 31, thinking about shopping at Land's End. Okay, so I sprinkled some cinnamon on top, and here is what it looks like. I cut a piece and I put my little fan strawberry hat on top, and it was beautiful. This cake was delicious, y'all. If you want to see more, be sure to check out Loaves and Dishes, and thank you for watching.